Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm, where we take a secondary look at a hero who we've looked at before but has received some changes. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of our favorite primal Zerg, Dehaka. I got him to get this black skin, really like it. So, Dehaka, what has changed about him? Not much has changed really in his base kit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing really changed here in the base kit except for adaptation. They made it stronger because everybody picks isolation. So they made it stronger to make it a more appealing choice if you want to have him as a solo tank and want him to emphasize being able to tank a lot of damage. So it used to be the base version at level 10. Pardon me, I'm dealing with a cold, so my nose is kind of bothering me at the moment. But it used to be 60% of the damage dealt. Now at level 10, it's 100% of the damage that Dehaka took over this period. His talent tree, of course, also changed, and they also buffed that at 20, but I'll get to that. So, at level 1, we have Enduring Swarm, reduces damage taken from spells by 40%. Primal Aggression, the duration is increased by half a second, and it deals 100% bonus damage to minions and mercenaries. We've got Enhanced Agility, which no longer increases his base movement speed, it only increases his Brush Stalker movement speed, which just seems weird. And then Tissue Regeneration, that's pretty much the same. At level 4, we've got Lurker Strain. So it used to be they had two separate talents, where Burrow would grant either stealth or would knock enemies away. So they decided, forget it, let's just combine both into one talent. So now, you can just choose Lurker Strain, he'll get stealth for 3 seconds, and when he emerges, he knocks nearby enemies back and slows them by 30% for 2 seconds. So, if you like using your burrows, there you go. We've got One Who Collects, where the essence is collected from minions by 50%, increased. Of course, that's still the same. Essence gained from takedowns. At level 7, Essence Devourer, the quest that regen globes increase max essence. Symbiosis, every time that Dark Swarm damages an enemy hero, reduces its cooldown. So these are pretty much the same. And then, of course, I mentioned Adaptation got buffed. Level 13, we've got Swift Pursuit, increases the Brush Stalker movement speed. Ferocious Stalker increases Dehaka's damage for 10 seconds. And Primal Swarm causes enemies hit to take 15% extra damage for 0.75 seconds. So it's a vulnerable. It's not as strong as some of the other vulnerables that other heroes have, like Sylvanas, where it's 25%, but it's still pretty nice that when you are taking that, you're going to be able to help your team inflict more damage in team fights. At level 16, the drag slows, drag range, and this is a new one, Tunneling Claws. Dehaka can now move while burrowed. I've seen it, and it's pretty interesting and a bit of an annoyance to deal with because it's a good way for him, he burrowed. Well, guess what? Now you can plan to put something on top of him when he burrows out of there. Oh, that is something I forgot to mention. They did make it where now you can be able to decide when you can come out of your burrow instead of just waiting the whole duration. And at level 20, they added Essence Claws where the basic attack slow the target. Actually, this may have been there before. I don't remember. But no one ever chooses it anyway, so. Changes Survival got buffed as well. Increases adaptation healing to 200% of the damage received. And reduces the cooldown by 30 seconds. Now, I still see everybody taking Isolation. And then Apex Predator, usually. I mean, that's really nice that they buffed it, though, in case people do want to take it. So, I think what I've been mainly seeing from the new Dehaka is either of these, because Dark Swarm is such a good ability that you want to buff it as much as you can, or Tissue Regeneration. I've seen some people take Lurker Strain, but either of these is really good if you want to emphasize getting the essence. Symbiosis, Primal Swarm, And either of these, though, man, I'll tell you, that tongue, it's so annoying to deal with. I had a match against him in ranked where that, along with the new Artanis, just was really annoying to deal with. So let's take a look at the new Dehaka in action. Oh, perfect! And at the same time, I now get to show you guys the new and improved, though some people don't think so, I think so, improved Haunted Mines. An old friend makes its return. This used to be a map you would play on regularly before they took it away for a while, and now it's made its return, and it's so good to see one of the original maps from this game. And I'm talking like back in the alpha days.
Have you readied yourself for the hunt ahead?
Nothing can stop me.
There we go.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
Sounds like he's back in the mines.
5, 4, 3.
Alright, so let's see.
1.
Going up against Tyrande, Rexxar, Medivh, Falstad, and the Lost Viking. What kind of a comp is this? Rexxar, Medivh, and the Lost Vikings? Oh my gosh! What a weird comp this is. Alright, so let's see. I don't think I gotta worry about ability damage here. So, let's just instead go with Primal Aggression. Ooh, let's go here. Help out against the Lost Vikings. Come back here, Viking! First blood! Must collect essence! And I am on the verge of dying. Come back here, Medivh!
Triple kill.
That tongue is so good.
An excellent kill.
I will admit, you know, I haven't played Dehaka all that much,
The mines will open shortly.
but I probably should try and play him more often. Man, look at that. I've already got 50 essence. Well, that's because I was, you know, you're getting essence from taking down the Lost Vikings because they each count as a takedown. Or part of a takedown. Like 0.25 or 0.5. Hello, Tyrande. Ah! There we go. Trigger that essence. Into the mines. So here's one of the main things about the mines. If you look at the map here, there are now 4 entrances. There used to be just 2. One at the top, one at the bottom. And now there's one here and one there. Which makes it so much better to be able to deal with, you know, dealing with enemy fever and such.
Enemy slain.
Let's try this. Boom. There we go.
Killing spree.
Silly Lost Vikings.
Swiftly. Your essence is not.
Come back, I dare you. Let's bro. Boom! Knocks him away. That's great. You do not get essence from those guys. That's good to know. They do not count as minions. Look at this guy. What is with the guys working down here? It's a living. Yeah, I know we're dealing with zombies and golems, but hey, it's a living. See if that's... Oh, nope. I was hoping that stealth would help me have a chance to get away. Nope, Medivh was like, no, I see you. Boom. So much death everywhere. Carnage. So it looks like the AI team is getting the boss golem there in the middle. So now they are going to get the stronger golem, which is going to... Now, it used to be the golems would spawn in one lane at your core, and then they would go down that same lane the entire game. They've now made it where it will go back and forth, they'll alternate, and it will usually be here in the middle of the lane. So you have to deal with both lanes. You can't just deal with one lane like you used to. Ah, missed him.
Your golem is complete, but it is weaker than that of your foes. Your enemies fall before you.
Ah, missed him. I'm gonna go symbiosis. Or symbiosis. Ah!
Double kill.
Ah! Got stunned. Symbiosis. Ah! Way out. There we go. Gotcha, Medivh.
Fort destroyed.
So now these pumpkin mercs from Towers of Doom are actually here now. So we took down theirs first, so now ours made a good push, got that fort. So
as they say.
So we've got a couple of giant camps here, and we've got a couple of those pumpkin mercs. So we've also got Gul'dan, Varian, Tyrande, and Zagara on our team. Oh good, Zagara and Dehaka are teaming up. All we need is Kerrigan, and we'll have the Zerg trifecta. I would hope so, Zagara. Being that we are part of the Zerg swarm together. Alright, I'm gonna let them finish that off. I'm gonna go back to base and heal up. Alright, let's take adaptation. I know it's not the usual that people go with, but I do love the animation that he grows back his other arm. Now you see how he's supposed to look with all 4 of those arms. That's how he's supposed to look. Not that many bushes around. Here we go. Over here. Hello, Lost Vikings.
Listen, hero. The undead shall run. More bones for the mines.
Let's activate adaptation. And boom! All that healing back.
Well done. Double kill.
Yeah!
Well done.
The mines are starting to get the skulls back in 5 seconds. And I do not have any essence.
Gather skulls and empower your golem.
I really should go back and get essence. Gonna need it for those team fights. But for a situation like this, that's what adaptation would be good for. In case I don't have any essence, if I do have adaptation, that'll be my way to help heal up. I already wasted all that essence.
Fort demolished.
Oh man, that was not smart. Oh, hello, Rexar.
Enemy slain.
Get back here, Rexar.
Double
Get
kill.
back here. Rexar, come back here. I got you, Misha. Oh, he ran away. Alright, this time we get the bigger golem. And see, now ours spawns in this lane instead of this lane. Go down here, collect this essence. Alright, Primal Swarm. Activate adaptation. Activate my essence, and I'm rooted. Ah! Oh no, the stun! Oh man. Oh, root. Oh, it's okay. Use my stasis. Ah.
Their keep has fallen.
Come on, get back here, XR. Ah, I can't get him. Collect some essence here. Go. Ours is still up, and ours is already at their core.
The golems have been defeated.
See, this is where some people felt like, man, Haunted Mine snowballs too fast. That's where this usually came into play. Good last defense there. Alright, let's go with Tunneling Claws. So you can see, look at that, I'm moving down. Oh, you want to go? Alright, adaptation. Yeah! Yeah, I got Tyrande and Rexar. The way it reduced the cooldown, making them vulnerable.
Mayhem.
Man, that was good. It kept you know, making it available like immediately.
Death stirs within the minds. Shall you breathe the dark?
Drag you in here. Collect some essence here before I head into the mines. See, now ours spawns down here. Theirs is up there.
Do you hear?
Go here and now start collecting some skulls. Now that I have a full 50 essence. Enemy team. Oh man, immediately dead. I even activated the adaptation. Oh man, I was gonna burrow. I had a full 50 essence and everything. That was kind of silly of me. It was like all 5 of them just showed up like, hi! Actually, not all 5 of them. With Vikings and Rexar, that makes 8 of them.
Rise.
All 8 of them were there, and they were like, hi!
Rise and let loose your wrath.
Right now. Unleash it on our foes.
I got some pretty good, decent hero damage actually as Dehaka.
Begets change.
Alright, so one of the things I remember learning from this map is that you really should defend first against their golem first and then help out your golem. You do not want to let a golem just have a free run. Oh, wow. I came up just as he brought that down. Wow. I couldn't have timed that any worse. Oh, come on.
He's beyond.
Man, I had adaptation and my essence all activated and I still died. I thought I even burrowed. Unless maybe I didn't have it available because it was still on cooldown. Wow. It's all about timing when you activate it and how much of a team you engage. You can't, just because you have this and this does not mean you're invincible as Dehaka. Maybe I think this is why I wasn't playing that much Dehaka, because I would do that badly and I would go, well gee, he doesn't seem that strong, I'm not going to play him that much.
Keep destroyed.
That's obviously my fault though. Look at this fall stat, trying to get the keep.
Your enemy has destroyed a keep.
Rather than going back and defend our golem. Look at that. They were so concerned about getting that keep, they didn't bother going back here to defend this. Now they did, but it might be too late. My teammates might just finish this off. Yup. Silly AI.
Well done. Well done indeed.
So obviously, I gotta get my timing right. Look at that! This Rexar actually got the MVP over me. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing when an AI Rexar does better than me and gets the MVP. This just shows the lack of time I have played as Dehaka. I mean, he's fine, but I've just never been all that fond of him. I think it's because I just don't know how to properly play him all that well. Of course, some people are like, well, you took adaptation. That's stupid. It's newly buffed. I wanted to try it out. But I guess I can see why some people don't like taking it, because you have to absorb damage for 4 seconds and hope that you don't die in those 4 seconds. And that becomes a problem. Of course, I'll bet, though, that if I had instead taken the health regeneration talent instead, that probably would have helped my survivability. So probably taking that instead to go along with what I was going with would probably be a better way to go. Or maybe even Enduring Swarm, but really it wasn't going up against any spellcasting. It was just a lot of basic attacks and stuns. I mean, that was really good because that one fight though that I had against Rexar and Tyrande, that shows that really helped, make this shine right here. Symbiosis combined with Primal Swarm, that was really good. Reducing the cooldown and making them vulnerable, that was really good. So I see what they're going for with this Dehaka, and I understand it. I kind of wish, I know they just buffed it, but there are flaws with adaptation that I can understand why people don't take it. Isolation, if you're good with skill shots, I'm not a good skill shot, which is why I've never been too comfy with Isolation. I want to see adaptation shine and change of survival. I want to see those shine, but if there's a lot of burst damage, there's no point in having it. Because if they have too much burst damage, you're dead before that thing can finish. So that's unfortunately one of the big problems I have with adaptation and Dehaka. So, but, I mean, I've seen good Dehaka, you know, being played before. I've seen good Dehaka players. So I know he can be good. I just gotta play him more and practice him more. And hey, I wouldn't mind at some point getting this awesome Master Skin at some point. But I'm cool with riding with this black Mecha Dehaka for now. So, but I'll have to work on it. I think I can see the potential in this build I was working on. So I only took Tunneling Claws and Lurker Strain just to see what they were like and experiment with them. I don't think I would take those. I think I would take either one who, I think I would probably take one who collects and Elongated Tongue to help with the range of that, because man, when you can grab someone with that tongue, it's just so good. So that's what I would take, like, if I actually played him in a serious match. So we'll have to wait and see. So, you know, Dehaka, you know, I have mixed feelings about him. You know, I just gotta take the time to learn him more, play him more, you know, try and get more used to him. I just haven't really dedicated that much time to learning how to play him that much, compared, you know, I guess because I've been satisfied with the tanks and other warriors that I have been playing as opposed to him. Yeah, that's a lot of gold, as you guys can see. So, yeah. I'll have to really work on this new version of Dehaka. See if maybe I can start to fall in love with him the way other players have. Heck, he's even being played by pro players. So that's almost kind of a validation that he's good enough to warrant you learning how to play him. So if the pro players and pro teams like him enough to play him in serious pro matches, maybe I can too. So next, that's pretty much it for the people who got changed in the Ragnaros patch, as opposed, well, with the exception of, where is he? Oh, with the exception of Rhaegar, who got a buffed Bloodlust, which I love because I always loved Bloodlust. I love that now it does heal, but it's only basic attack damage, so you have to have be running with a team that emphasizes basic attacks like Vala or I guess Varian if he goes Twin Blades, Thrall, Tychus, Raynor, Illidan, you know, Falstad if he goes basic attack build, Tracer, you know, people like that. But I'm glad to see that Rhaegar got a nice buff to Bloodlust. I even mentioned that to the dev when I was at BlizzCon. I said, you know what would be great is if you guys could help out Bloodlust. And he was like, yeah, it's something we're discussing. And what do you know? They came out with the, you know, the change to Bloodlust. But yeah, it's actually free Dehaka week, like for only like another day here. So definitely recommend trying out the new Dehaka. So when they come out with a new hero or a new talent change, we'll be taking a look at. I will see you guys then.